Hey y'all, I just got another video real quick, okay? I hope you all can hear me because my headphone was acting up. Well, one of them anyway. So this is what I want to do. Let me see. Could you hear me? Hey Larissa, could you hear me real quick, sweetheart? Could you hear me? Because I don't have my headphones on. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna get started. I want to talk to you because God just gave me this, and I probably said it before on other videos, but I just really want to share this with you all. Okay, I'm going to read the definition of hypnotize. Okay, the definition says, it says to capture the whole attention of someone, to fascinate them. So they have you enraptured, they have you captured, they have all your attention. They have you under their spell. Of course, we know that that's what it says. So let me read the synonyms. It says fascinate, entrance, beguile, spellbind, hold, spellbound, enthrall, transfix, be unable to take one's eyes off, captivate, bewitch, enrapture, grip, rivet, absorb, magnetize, and it's so much more. Then it says mesmerize, send into a trance, put out, put to sleep. A witness, and here's the sentence: a witness had been hypnotized to enhance his memory. So let me say something. Keep these words in mind. I want you to keep in fascinate. I want you to keep in to capture the whole attention of someone. I want you to keep in mind to magnetize, captivate. I want you to keep to beguile, okay? So here's the thing, you all. Here's the thing. Now, you want to know how the narcissist, how Satan, well, put it like this. One of the ways that Satan hypnotizes a person, one of the ways Satan, and when I say Satan, I'm speaking in a broad spectrum, not just a narcissist. I'm talking about, I'm speaking in a broad spectrum. Let's say in any area, there are many ways, but let's talk about this. How do these narcissists see Satan? This is one of Satan's main tactics. But this is the one that the narcissists really use. Now I'm looking back over my life and over my my situation when I wasn't married, and it started when I was about to get a divorce. But I'm gonna tell you how they do, and I noticed this in two of them. All narcissists, remember, all narcissists are not created equal. They're not. Let me tell you this. The ones who can't give you all their time, they have to do something to substitute their time. So they do this the most. The ones that have nothing but time, see, I learned this from the experiences that I had. The ones that can give you all of their time, they don't use this tactic right here. They give you all their time. They want you on the phone with them 24/7. They call you every second. You see what I'm saying? They already know your routine. So they know, well, they're getting to know your routine. Once they know your routine, then they'll pull back. Because they say, well, Joy don't go nowhere but to church and home. So I don't have to. So you see what I'm saying? They'll give you a lot at first. But then when they find out your routine, they pull back. Because they don't fear losing you. They don't fear the source of supply being taken away from them, because they know your routine. They know you don't talk to a lot of men. They know you don't go out clubs kicking it. They know. So they know exactly how to deal with you, because they put you in categories. You understand? They put you in categories. So they already got a plan for each category. If you are boring, they got a plan for you. If you are, like to kick it and go out to the clubs, they got a plan for you. If you see what I'm saying, they got a plan for each category that they put you in. So the main way that the narcissist and Satan hypnotize their people is through music. Okay. So here we go. Let me read this to you first. And then I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm saying from my experience, okay? Listen to this. It says, I'm reading Daniel chapter, I was asleep, I just woke up. Daniel chapter 3, and let's start at verse 8. Okay, this is Daniel's friends, and Daniel disobeyed the king. It says this: therefore, at that time, certain Chaldeans came forward and accused the Jews. They spoke and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. You, O king, have made a decree that everyone who hears the sound of the horn, the flute, the harp, the lyre, and the psaltery in symphony with all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the gold image. You see how the music is, the music, okay, the accusation is everybody who hears the music shall bow down and worship the king. See, that wasn't anything unusual. That was not unusual. And then the Bible says in verse 11, and whosoever does not fall down and worship shall be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. See, those, here's the thing. They came, the Chaldeans, they were jealous of Daniel and the three Hebrew boys because of their promotion and because of their favor. So they came, they had to find some kind of accusation against them. You got to realize, y'all, that that this is Satan. This is Satan behind this plan. He said, see, look, first of all, why would he say and whoever does not fall down and worship you must be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace? Their motive, their target, their focus was to have those boys to be put in the fiery furnace, because Satan knew they weren't going to bow down and worship the king. But the ultimate goal was not for them to fall down and worship the king. It was to put them in the fiery furnace. So so let's get to this. So basically what this music does, it wants you to bow down and worship it. Bow down and worship your master. So that's what the narcissists do. When you first start talking to the narcissist, it just depends. Now, keep in mind, all narcissists are not created equal. The ones that they have, they know what to do. They know what to do. So they know how to serenade you. So just say, like I told you, what I've learned from experience, the ones that do not have a lot of time to keep giving you all their time, they're going to give you a lot of music. See, they got to do whatever. Anyway, Satan, he does these things so manipulative, and he woo you so quickly because he got to hurry up and get you in his web. He don't have time to be hanging out with you every day, all day. He got other victims he got to go out there and get. So he got to hurry. He don't have the whole time he's pretending to be falling in love with you. He like, hurry up. He's like, hurry up. Or she's like, not just she. I'm just saying he, because the Norks I knew were he's, So here's the thing. They don't have the ones who do the music with you. And I'm going to get into it a little bit. They don't have time to spend all this time with you. They only going to do that in the beginning so they can hypnotize you and lock you in their web. Once they lock you in, they got to go. They got to go and do other things and come back and get you and see you when they can make 20 minutes for you, 15 minutes. Pick up the phone. Hey, babe. Knowing goes where they saying, girl, look, this just a part of the plan to keep you coming because I don't like you anyway. See, they already know they don't like you. They just here to do what Satan sent them there to do. You understand what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Please beware, especially as a Christian. And this does not just apply to Christians, but especially as Christians. They know you saved. So why is they sending you all these sexual songs anyway? See, it don't start off like that. Especially when they know you're a Christian, they gonna send you something that don't say nothing about sex in it. When they first start, it's gonna be I love you, or you are beautiful, or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be I want you in my life. Certain songs it's not sexual. The guy that I used to talk to like years ago when I was a young girl, when I started, okay, put it like this. When I saw him in 1999, I believe it was, or 2000, maybe 2001. And this was after I was saved and married. And so I seen him one day at a job. Now listen to this, y'all. See, I can look back on it and see, I couldn't see then, but I can see now. So I do the gospel rap, I do the music. I used to do worldly music, but now I'm saved. So I do it for the Lord. So I remember, now listen, I had just finished worshiping God in a way that it was absolutely amazing. It was worship. I committed everything to him. It was, Lord, what do you want me to do? There's nothing too big and there's nothing too small. Please, I'll do anything for you. Just tell me. That day, when I got off work, I came downstairs and that guy was walking up the steps. Now, I hadn't seen this boy since I haven't seen this boy since I was 14. Now, this was in the 80s. But the lie that the devil kept telling me was, can't nobody love you like that boy. That boy loved you so much. Can't nobody love you like him. You should never left him. See, that was always in the back of my head. Always. You understand? So, you lonely, you're not looking for love anymore. As a Christian, I wasn't looking for love. I was married and I had Jesus, but that idea, it didn't come up often, because you know how we do as Christians. Well, you got to keep in mind Satan is behind all of it. But we as Christians, we'll take things and we'll wrap it up into a small little folded real small into a small little piece of paper, put it in our heart, and we think as long as we don't touch it, we're okay. But as long as it's in there, Satan got something on you. It's something of him inside of you. So if I got this thought in me, even if the devil the one brought it up, but if I receive it and believe it, now I am a partaker with Satan of this lie. So there was a lie, but because I received it, it became my truth. So I felt like nobody loved me like this boy. So boom, I just worshiped God, gave God my whole life. Now, I wasn't even thinking about this man. I was in love with the Lord. I hadn't thought about this man in years. All of a sudden, I'm coming down the steps. He's coming up the steps. And it was like I saw a ghost. Everything in me went limp. And I'm quite sure, I don't know how he felt. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know how these devils feel. See, that's what the devil make you think, like, oh, they felt the same way. So you can think we mutual. Girl, they don't want you. They don't want you. No, man. We finna stop playing with this, making somebody think that they love us and all this mess when it's a lie. If they sent by the devil, they don't love you. Let's just get that clear. So listen, I'm going somewhere with this. So, We talked for a few minutes, like, hey, Joy. Now of course, I left him. So of course he felt like I thought he was so in love with me. I don't know what he thought. See, that's that same. Anyway, so here's the thing. When you see, I learned this the hard way. When you go back to a past relationship, 99.8, you are the father. No, just kidding. 99.8, when they come back in your life, it's for revenge. If you hurt somebody, if you left them, and you know, it could be this. I was 14. When these people come back in your life, it's for revenge. If a guy liked you, and I'm gonna get to it, the narcissist, when he liked me all the way through. Like he really liked me in 6th and 7th grade, and even after that, because he even said it out of his mouth. Now these two different people I'm talking about. The narcissist, the one that I thought was gonna be my husband, he said it. He said, I left and went on the tour for a minute, came back, you was married. See, those people, when they want something and they can't have it, it becomes a revenge thing for them. So that's how them and Satan link up, because it becomes a revenge thing. That's just like if somebody hurt you and you wanted revenge, then guess what? Satan has something. You have something of Satan inside of you. Now Satan can use you. That's how it is. So now they are going to partner with Satan to destroy you. So they pretend to come back in your life to say, I love you and I want to be with you. Or then you start thinking, oh, that was always supposed to be my husband. That must always supposed to be my husband. This ain't no coincidence for him to come back into my life. You know, this got to be God, because I've been knowing him all my life. But you ain't been knowing him all your life, baby. You don't know who that person is. You had that one little rendezvous with him or that one little season with him and he was gone. You haven't been knowing him all of your life. So we do things to make ourselves believe lies. Anyway, so we'll come back to the narcissist in a minute. Let's go back to the old boyfriend. So what happened was, me and him talked for a few minutes. He was with the cleaning crew, and I worked in the upstairs in the offices upstairs. So we started talking. He was like, "You still do the music?" And because he used to work with MC Hammer and them, and the other guy worked with Keep Sweating them. So both of them was out in that area with the music. So he asked me about music because he knew I did rap, and then I say, yeah, but I do it for the Lord. So guess what he did? He said, wait a minute. He went to his office because he worked in the cleaning department. So he went back there in the office, and guess what he brought me? A CD with music on it. And he said it was beats. He said, I want you to listen to this. He said, because he real good at making beats. You know, he work with MC Hammer now and all them. So he real good at making that music. So guess what? He started making them beats. I mean, he gave me that CD. I got in my car. Now, keep in mind, I just fell in love. Just worship my God and gave him everything. Gets in the car, y'all. Put the CD in. First of all, I knew I was not supposed to take that CD. I just felt it. See how they give you something. See, transfer. And I'm gonna break it down. It's gonna be quick. Put the CD in there, y'all. When I tell you that music swept me off my feet, those beats were so tight. I was like, oh my God, I want to work with him. Now keep in mind, in me, that idea was buried in me, that nobody loved me like this man loved me. So there you go. Now, the more I listen to this beast that he created, the more I'm getting hypnotized. But see, what's happening is the pureness of it is saying, oh, it's nothing but music. Maybe God sent him to help you with your music. See, that's the innocence on my behalf. But in my heart, I knew it wasn't God. I knew it wasn't God. So let me tell you this, y'all. So on my way home, while I'm listening to his music, I'm so hype. I'm like, oh my God. But then I knew it was wrong. I knew that was the devil because I felt my flesh. What I mean by my flesh, I felt it was more of joy. It was joy. I can't describe this, but I knew because my spirit was strong, but my flesh was weak. I knew God didn't want me to work with this man. How could I? How could I, y'all? Come on. So anyway, so he was like, cool, okay, we're gonna get together. My house is in my studio. Come over here, we can record. But let me tell you, before that even happened, listen to that song that day. It was so beautiful. I love that music. I ain't never, even to today, I haven't seen nobody make beats like he make them. And so I put in Fred Hammond's song, Give Me a Clean Heart. And I listened to that song all the way home and I cried like a baby. I cried like a baby because I felt like, God, keep me. Because I felt myself instantly drawn to want to work with him so bad, but also that attention he used to give me. It was all about joy. It was all about joy. I was 14. You know what I'm saying? I still haven't had that yet since. You understand? Where it's like people would make it all about you until they get you. Then when they get you, it ain't all about you no more. Here's the thing. It's not supposed to be all about you. It's supposed to be all about God. But you still supposed to, you still supposed to show your spouse or your mate attention and affection. You should. But if they don't show you your that attention and that affection, that love that's due to you, they owe you that. Then you got to die to it. You just got to die to it. Because if you don't die to it, then you're going to seek it from somewhere else. You got to give God every aspect of your life, your romantic life. Some people don't include God in those areas of their life. So when your romance failed, when your relationship failed, what you going to do? You're going to seek that love from somewhere else. You got to give God every aspect of your life, your romantic life, your attention-seeking life, whatever it is. Whatever you face, you talk to God. If you lonely, you tell him. If you have sexual desires and you're not able to appease those desires, tell God. Don't leave God out of no area of your life. There's no use of you being ashamed to talk to God. He already know. You understand? So the point I'm making is this. God already knew. God already knew that there was one person that treated me and loved me like that boy when he got a job. I'm 14, he was 17. He got a job. Every time that boy got paid, he brought me some money. You know what I'm saying? That we was kids. And then just loved me. But it was lust. But I never forgot that, even though I was fast. I ain't want that. I wanted it. I wanted what I wanted. Anyway, long story short, there he come back, but for revenge. See, his mind is revenge. My mind is, Lord, keep me because I have never had nobody to love me like him. See how we be off track? See, whenever somebody come in your life from your past, you got to pray and ask God, why is they back in my life? One reason why they back, because they didn't finish what they started. That's one reason. And then here's another thing. See, we cannot get revenge on people. We have to let God be. God has to do the vengeance on our parts. But when people don't heal or don't forgive or, hold on to bitterness and unforgiveness, then they want revenge. And when they're not Christians, then the devil is going to partner with them to get revenge on you. So if you broke their heart, they're going to break yours. That's what they coming back for. Now, you're not finna get away with this. I'm finna break yours right back. Whatever the situation may be. Or they might say, I didn't get her then, but I bet you I'm finna get her now. And here's the thing. I really don't want her, but oh well. So, okay. So the narcissist. So anyway, so he gave me that CD. I listened to it. It was amazing. His music, I mean, it was just beats. And beats, it was other people's music that he did for other people. And it was just, I just loved it. It was, it was elaborate. It was beautiful. So anyway, so then guess what? Next move, it's time to go in the studio. So that means now you got to go over his house or wherever the studio is. Now keep in mind, he married, I'm married. So the first time I went to his house, Greg had him a brand new sports car. It was black, and on the license plate he had I think it was 7. It was something with God and 7 or something like that. It was shiny, brand new, it was beautiful. So I went over his house in that car. Greg knew I was going, and I knew his wife would be there. So that's the only reason why I went by myself without my husband. Well, I drove Greg's car because I want him to think I was doing good, like I'm doing so good. But I was doing good because I had Jesus. You understand? See, that flesh start rising up. Now you care about how they see you. Well, he lived in an apartment, so he wasn't doing that good. I mean, you understand. So why am I trying to impress you? Anyway, so when I went in that studio, first of all, I tried to look as cute as I could. I'm going to be real. Got up in there. When I started rapping, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it because the way I do my rap and delivery is people wouldn't expect it to come out of me. So it was beautiful. The song and the music and his music he gave me, it just flowed together. So when I left there, I just cried. Because let me tell you this is the sad part. I knew God didn't want me to go over there and do that, to rap, do no connections with this man. I knew God didn't want me to do that. And I remember one day walking. No, wait a minute, y'all. Nope. Wait a minute. No, I don't think. I'm trying to see. Anyway, I was talking. So I talked to Greg. I don't know if it was the first. I think I went over there twice. Because the second time I said, Greg, you need to go with me. Nope. The first time I went over there, I believe. I don't know. I think I went one time by myself, but the second time I begged Greg to go with me. I said, Greg, please go with me. And so Greg was like, baby, you okay? I was like, Greg, go with me, please. So Greg went with me. And Greg met him. It probably was the first time. I probably didn't even go over there by myself. I probably just went with Greg that one time. I'm not sure. If not, then I did go twice and that was it. But you know what? God told me don't go. And this what hurted me so is because I was willing to risk my relationship with God to work with this man. Oh yeah, that was my struggle. Me and God, baby. I was so scared. But I wanted to work with that man more than I wanted to please God. And I'm gonna be real, baby. That flesh was all in there. That lust was all in there. So this was in 2000 and I think it must have been 2000 or 2001 or something like that. So finally, I tried. My flesh was winning. My flesh was winning. I wanted to work with this man. Every day, God told me no. He told me no. And every day I just tried to figure out how I could. And I'm going to be honest with you. Why? Because I was hypnotized. Let me tell you. But I wanted that. I take full responsibility. So then I finally went and told Greg. I said, Greg, I still have feelings for this man. I said, I shouldn't work with this man. And Greg said, He said, you do what you know you need to do. You do what God wants you to do. He said, he wouldn't tell. I say, please tell me don't go. So I was trying to do everything I could not to connect with this man. But Greg is not the type of man that's gonna tell me what to do. But I knew that was see, God was saying no. I wanted to so bad. So I'm like, okay, Greg, please don't tell me no. And then Greg say, Joy, if you know that's not good for you, then don't do it. That's how he is. So you know what? I finally called that boy and I said, I'm not going to be able to work with you. And that was the end of that discussion. But it wasn't the end of discussion with me and God, because I went through a stage for like maybe a couple of days where I was mad. I was mad because I couldn't work with him, but I was even madder because I was willing to risk my relationship with God to work with this man. And eventually, that man would have been in a full-fledged relationship, baby, adulterous affair. That's where the devil wanted to take it. But let me tell you, I ain't finished with this. And let me hurry up. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish the Narcissist. It's all about this music, y'all. That's how the devil get in. So I was in the shower and I was crying like a baby. No, I was in the shower and I heard the Holy Spirit say, talk to me. And I said this before. Now, he was just talking to me. I'm in the shower. I'm mad because I can't talk to Jesus about this because he don't know how I feel to lust. So I'm like, he said, talk to me. And this is what came out of my mouth. I can't talk to you. You don't know how I feel. You ain't never lusted before. That's exactly how I said it. Like, I'm in this shower. I'm mad. And I didn't have nobody to talk to. And he said, talk to me. So when I said, talk to you, you don't know how I feel. You ain't never lusted before. And before I could get those words out of my mouth, he said, Joy. It was so gentle. He said, Joy, I bore your sin. Sorry, y'all, that was my daughter. He said, Joy, I bore your sin. And all of a sudden, I realized he understood how it felt to lust because he bore lust. And all of a sudden, God started showing me right there in that shower that he know how every sin feel. Because he bore all of our sin. So whatever sin that you are dealing with today, there's no sin too abominable that God does not know how you feel. You understand what I'm saying? So, okay. So I canceled that. Okay. See, that devil still got a plan. So let's fast forward all the way to 2014. Okay. He found me on Facebook, told me his brother had died, wanted me to come to the funeral. And that's when I changed my life as far as being overweight and lost 70 pounds in 3 months and 100 pounds in 5 months. Remember, he wanted me to come to his brother's funeral. I wasn't going fat, so I didn't go. That's when my life changed. That was the end of the road for that weight. And I was done with the weight. Okay. Well, guess what? That was his key to contact me. He contacted me. Now, I hadn't talked to him since 2000 and whatever it was, 2000, since 2000. Here's the thing. Don't let nothing distract you from hearing what the Lord got to say to you if this is for you. So he contacted me. And guess what he started doing? The first thing he started doing was sending me music. He wrote songs for me. He wrote these beautiful songs. Beautiful songs that had my name in them. That boy kept all that stuff from when we was kids, like when we was 14, 15, 16. He gave me songs he wrote since he been grown. He started giving me them songs he can sing in him beats. And so next thing you know, he started hypnotizing me. Yeah. That's what happened in 2014. Then me and Greg wind up divorcing. So there that devil was right there playing his music. So when God got me out of it, when God told me to get out of that mess, leave that boy alone, I took every song he gave me, every video he gave me, everything he gave me, and got rid of his mess. When I got rid of that mess and I made up my mind, devil, you is a liar, that was it. He hypnotized me with that music, that devil did. See, that devil was planning that for years. And then the other guy, the one right before I got with Greg, this time when me and Greg got remarried, that boy started sending me beautiful songs. So even if I hear the song today, guess what? He pop up in my memory because he the one was sending me them certain songs. That he started wooing me with them songs, wooing me with them songs. See, that's how they do. They hypnotize you with that music. They hypnotize you with them beautiful songs. And then you start adding your songs to it. You start listening to certain music constantly over and over again. See, they send you them beautiful songs, those respectful songs. And after a while, it start being sexual songs. Or I want to kiss you. Or I want to wake up with you in the morning. What does that mean majority of the time? If they want to wake up and looking in your pretty brown eyes, then you must have been having sex with them all night. Just different things like that. So you have to be careful with this music, because the more that they send you those beautiful songs, those are the ones that's hypnotizing you with music. And what's going to happen is it's a matter of time where they ain't got time for you, but you still got your song to make you think about them. Okay. But the other ones that call you 24/7, what they do is they woo you with attention. They woo you with affection. They hurry up, quickly move in with the calls, with the texts. You see what I'm saying? Calling you 20 times a day, 10 times a day. And then after a while, not long after, they going to stop that. You see what I'm saying? The calls going to get shorter. You're going to receive less calls from them, but they still have you wrapped up and tied up. So you wrapped up and tied up in them, but guess what? They have new supply. Whether they do it with the wooing you and calling you 24 hours a day, those are the aggressive ones. Those are the controlling ones. See, the ones that do it with the music, they are not as controlling as the ones that call you 24/7. Those are the ones that mark their prey. They are the ones that are more experienced. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, I told you all narcs are not created equal. I mean, all narcs are not created equal. So if you know some signs, then you can see what you're dealing with. Now, I'm not saying every time somebody sends you a beautiful song or a love song don't mean that they're narcissists, but narcissists don't deviate from the plan they don't deviate that far from the plan. It's so much information out here about narcissists. You have experience. I bet you some of you all listen to me talk right now, and you can think about a narcissist that you dealt with that you never even knew that they was a narcissist. But now you can look back on a relationship and see that, wow, that's how so-and-so did me. You understand? So this is what you have to do. Stop moving so fast in these relationships. They're going to do everything they can in the beginning to make you think that they are God's gift to you. They're going to study you. They're going to be everything that you need them to be. You understand? Because they're only trying to get you in rapture, get you captivated. Remember those words that I told you to remember. That's what they're trying to do. Let me see. Remember, they're trying to get you mesmerized. They're trying to get you transfixed. They're trying to get you bewitched, enraptured. They're trying to captivate you, beguile you. They're trying to make an entryway into your life. You understand? So you got to stop being so desperate for a relationship. Because I guarantee you, everything that you are desperate for, they are not going to be that fulfilling, baby. So you about to lose everything, your relationship with God, fall back into captivity. And guess what? They're not going to deliver what they promise. You understand? They're not going to deliver. They're going to pretend to be everything you want them to be. But they're not there because they love you. They're there because they can get something out of it. Whether it's revenge, whether it's some sort of supply, whether it's you taking care of them, whatever the situation might be. They're not there because they love you and they want to oblige you. They're there because they are getting something out of it. So slow down. Slow down. I remember God told me, he told me, he said, slow down. So one day I heard India Arie song. This was some years ago. I heard India Arie song. It said, slow down. And I'm like, ooh, because God had just said, slow down. So I clicked on it. And when I heard the song, we got to stop rushing in relationship, whether it's business, whether it's ministry, whether it's personal, whether it's a potential spouse. Stop rushing in relationships with these people. And God forbid you run off and marry them. Let me tell you, believe me, before you marry somebody, you know if you should have or if you shouldn't have. You know that you shouldn't if it's not God. You feel it. You ain't crazy. But that's just like when you enter a relationship with these people, you know something not right. But what happens is you keep overstepping the boundaries of God, and now God's voice becomes more desensitive to you. It becomes less sensitive. Now you don't know, you don't even hear God like that no more. Now you just constantly keep going. But you cannot tell me God don't warn us. You cannot tell me God don't warn you. God warns you. Like this guy. They delivered some stuff to my office. So the one guy, he said he do filming and stuff like that, but as soon as he left, he texted me some of his work, because he basically he do the videos and he do the pictures. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'm looking for somebody to record and do pictures for my conference. So he texted me his work, then I went and looked at his work. Then he texted me something else. So I texted him some of, my music so he could see, get a feel for it as far as, but then his texts were coming back. First he said, you don't sound like you. He said, I wasn't expect. He said, oh, your music is so good. He said, I wasn't expecting that to come out of you. You seem so sweet and innocent, but your voice is so powerful and strong. Something he said. And then I said, thank you. I say, to God be the glory, whatever. And I say, your work is great. I say, you got good work. But then he kept texting me, and he at work delivering furniture. So something just wasn't right. See, God will let you know. You understand? So we got to stop overriding God's, his no's. Parentheses, N-O, parentheses. That no. When he say no, we feel it's no in us, let's stop overriding it. Because that no is your protection. And so it's this one person I know, and she met her husband at this place, and next thing you know, they was married. But right before she married this man, she had all the signs that he was a narcissist. See, God, before you marry somebody or get in a relationship with somebody, God is going to let you know that person is not right. God gonna give you some kind of warning signs. We got to take heed. Then once we get married, now we got ourselves in this mess. Now we stuck in something because God honors marriage. Now the only way you're going to get out of that is you got to wait on God. We just got to stop. But I just want to come in and warn you of those few little signs few ways that the enemy hypnotizes us. Majority of the time, 99.8% is through music. It's through these beautiful love songs. It's through these sexual songs. It's through this, all this romantic songs. They wooing you off your feet. I'm telling you. Then another way they do it, the other side of a narcissist, the other, way a narcissist woo you is by calling you 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Telling you they or either being around you, depending on if y'all in the same state. Call you on Messenger all day. Call you on the phone all day. It depends on how, I'm talking to Christians now. It depends on how strong you are with God. I'm not talking about that going to church and you just going to church because you've been going all your life. I'm talking about somebody that really has a relationship with God and sold out to God. They're not going to come at you they're going to come at you the way that you allow them to. They're going to see just how far they can go each day. First, they're going to talk to you and fill you out. You understand? Then they're going to ask for a little more every day, a little more. Next thing you know, you in the bed with them. What I mean by a little more, they'll sing you a certain song, or they'll ask you certain questions, or they might say, I'm telling you, they might say, would you take naked pictures for me if we was married? Would you take a picture? Would you go get by a stripping pole and dance for me when we get married? See, they gonna try you. All of that stuff is to fill you out, to see how far they can go with you as a Christian. And you get them a little ground, they're going to take some more. You give them a little bit more ground, they're going to take some more. Until finally, you in their bed. So all I'm saying is this. Stop being so desperate and wait on God. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that glitters is not gold. And everything that says hallelujah is not God. You understand? Wait on God. Trust God to bring to you everything you need in your life. Trust him. You understand? Because once they hypnotize you, the only person can break that spell is God. Once you're hypnotized, the only person that can break that spell is God. So that's all I want to say. I hope it blessed somebody. I believe it probably was a lot of negative activity going on. I don't know because I wasn't paying attention. But if it was, that's a good thing because that let you know that this is a God thing. This is a God video. Girl, look. And then you go into these clubs talking about you a Christian, putting yourself in these atmospheres. Girl, stop. Boys, stop. If you got friends that still hang out and go to clubs, and if you got friends that have multiple relationships with different people, leave them alone. That's not good friends. God say bad company corrupts good manners. You will become what you hang around. And if you got friends that just only fall in love with Jesus when they doing bad, but soon as they get up on their feet, they leave Jesus. Y'all can't be, how close of friends y'all gonna be? Now, I'm not saying don't love people. Yeah, you love people, but be careful. Don't bring nobody in your circle unless you prayed and fasted and God gave the okay. That's all I'm saying. How about that? So I love y'all, okay? Just that was on my mind, and I just wanted to share that with you because enough is enough. Now, and no telling how many people gonna ever watch this video that found themselves in the same place or on their way to this place. If that Facebook is a distraction, shut that Facebook page down. Some of these men out here just want to get married. They just want a wife. Some of these women out here just want to get married. They just want a husband. So, you get these desperate people. Now they just jumping into marriage. I know. I wanted that. But God, it was God that kept stopping me. If it wasn't for God, ain't no telling who I would have messed up and married. So that's why I'm just telling y'all, please. We don't have time to be wasting. We got a calling on our lives to fulfill. That's all I'm saying. Stay off these dating websites. You don't know who you meeting. if God got something for you, y'all gonna meet. You don't gotta go looking for nothing, baby. Look for Jesus. And when you find him, he gonna start bringing your stuff to you like a magnet when the time is right. Okay? I love you all. Have a blessed day. Y'all crying, want to be married so bad. I should go gather a whole bunch of married men and women and tell you. So I'll tell them, listen, y'all, I'm transparent. So if you're going to be on my show, you got to be transparent. And let's tell the truth. Tell these people how your marriage going, so they can stop being so desperate to want to get married. I'm not saying every marriage is messed up, but we all go through things. But what I'm saying is, tell the truth. Tell them people that person don't even look at you. That person don't even touch you. That person don't want you. Most of these marriages, these men and women, most of them, either one of them don't want somebody in that marriage, don't even want each other, don't even like each other. So stop trying to go out here and get married because you see other people married, because you want to say I's are married or I'm married. No, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If we could really tell the truth, if we can really be real with y'all, most y'all can't take it. So let me just shut up, okay? I love y'all, okay? Have a beautiful day. God bless y'all.